Hey everyone, let's gossip about some new fragrance releases. I have actually a couple in hand, maybe two or three in hand here, and a bunch that I'm super curious about. I know a lot of folks are interested, as we go into the new year, of being more mindful about their purchases and maybe not going so crazy over new bottles and all of that. However, you want to approach it is fine with me. I know I want to smell them all at least. Like I'm nosy. I want to know what they smell like and do I enjoy them enough to add them to my collection, maybe a travel spray, maybe a full bottle, or maybe just leave it as I got a chance to smell it at the counter and that was fine by me. And occasionally, maybe something smells bad and you're just not interested at all. Either way, let's think about this as coffee chat about fragrances. Regardless of where you are with your collection and whether you're satisfied with it or seeking to increase it, the point of this video is just to chat about what's new out there and like scratch the curiosity itch together. So I'll start off with Can't Get Enough from Initio. I believe that is the most recent release from the house. I recently received for my birthday one of their other new releases last year, which is Lift Me Up. I turned 51 on last Saturday, January 17th. I don't know when this is going to post, but January 17th. And this was my present from my husband. This is a beautiful vanilla magnolia fragrance. I forget the other note in here, but ooh, creamy, beautiful, delightful, very sunny, happy fragrance, but also very feminine and sweet and creamy. And I really like it. So, anyway, that is not the newest one. Can't Get Enough is the newest one, if I'm not mistaken. And this has notes of citrus and aldehydes at the top, a boozy heart with cognac and an icy accord, and then a warm base of cinnamon, amber, tonka bean, and oak. It transitions from fresh and effervescent to ambery and woody. And I think that is right for this fragrance. I had a chance to try this. I have a decant downstairs. I really like this fragrance. I thought it was very nice. For me, this felt like a little bit of a sweeter take on something like Atomic Rose from Initio as well. So if you have that, or if you have really any of the heavy rose centric, most popular fragrances, Guidance and Padia, those, there are aspects of that and Can't Get Enough, but it is its own fragrance in that it does have this bright, fresh opening before it settles down into that thicker, darker, more sensual, spicy base to it. And it's quite a beautiful fragrance. If you don't have those others and you're into rose and sweet and vanillic fragrances, you might really appreciate Can't Get Enough. And we know that Initio fragrances last forever. Like, you spray them on and you don't have to worry about your fragrance fading away. And so this one is no different. It's a great sort of winter fragrance because it has a lot of base to it. Now, I recently purchased Daisy, Marc Jacobs, Murakami, I think is the name of the line. I got the yellow one. What is the name of you? I think it's just called Daisy Murakami Yellow. So I don't know how I feel about these bottles. There was a part of me that was like, these look really cute. Then there's a part of me that's like, what in the hideous Stranger Things Demogorgon is this? So anyway, those that's the Daisy bottles. They're a little kitschy and weird like that. This fragrance, it didn't particularly knock my socks off, but again, I'm not in an era where everything that I purchase has to completely blow me away. I think this is going to be a nice citrusy spring fragrance. It's citrus, it's floral, it's bright, it's fresh. And that's kind of all there is to this. It reminded me a little bit if you have tried Tory Burch, and I think it's just called Tory Burch, like the signature Tory Burch fragrance. The beauty of that fragrance is that it's just what it is. It is a bright, citrusy, clean smelling fragrance that's alluring. Excuse me, I wouldn't say alluring. That is appealing, is the word I was looking for to other people around you. It's nothing spectacular, but it's clean and it's bright. It's almost like a crystal brightness to it that other people like. I feel like the same is true with this fragrance. I haven't done a lot of wearing of this. I've done some testing here and there. And so I will actually give this a proper, full on wear out in the wild as we get into warmer months here and see what people think. I don't know if it's the bottle shape, color, if it's the note composition, but it's kind of giving me a little bit of the Versace bright crystal line, like those kinds of vibes. I'm okay with that. So that said, this is nothing, super special to add to the market, but if you're into bright, clean fragrances, this is fine. And I'll talk about the other one that I have in hand, which I love. This is Good Girl Jasmine Absolute, and this smells very creamy. It's like the original Good Girl with the tonka bean and the warm aspects of that. It's sort of like that musky, sweet, vanillic tonka bean, maybe slightly powdery nature, with an added creamy floral jasmine note, as well as like a creamy coconutty type of note. There isn't coconut listed, But gosh, does it smell like that, and I think that it is so cute with this beautiful application of the jasmine. It's like a brooch, like the shoe has a brooch on it, and I'm here for it, it's so cute. So this is a really pretty fragrance. At the moment, it isn't the longest lasting. This is like a half day wear, at least as I can detect it. Perhaps other people get more longevity out of it, but this is a winner for me. I really, really like it. So I know that Her Majesty from Kilian is getting mixed reviews. Have you tried it? If so, what do you think? I wonder if Kilian will do a different bottle design soon. I think this bottle design, I mean, like, who am I? They didn't hire me and ask me for my design opinion, but I'm wondering if it's time for this bottle design to retire. Like, it had its moment. Let's do something a little a little different. Top notes here: white peach, rum, and aquatic notes. What an interesting combination. Peach, rum, and aquatic notes. I don't know. Middle is rose and ambrette, oak moss, cedar, papyrus, and cypriol in the base. So I wonder if this will be a relatively strong fragrance with a like a floral, fruity aspect to it. This has gotten interesting reviews. I've seen in Facebook groups where people have asked, and those that have tried it said, save your money and pass on this, that it's too like synthetic peachy. So let me know if you've tried this. This is one that I'm not as interested in based on the reviews that I've heard and based on the note structure. But Nosy Veronica wants to at least get a decant and try it just to see what I think, and of course, to share my thoughts with you. Then we go to Alien Pulp. I'm an Alien gal. We know this. Thierry Mugler, rest in peace. Alien to me is one of the most divine creations of modern perfumery. It's got an incredible presence anywhere it goes. The original EDP formulation is fantastic. A lot of the flankers of the Alien line have been wonderful. And I've had a bunch of them and sold a bunch of them. Still have the original Alien. I like Alien Goddess Intense as well. Alien Pulp is a beautiful ombre effect on the bottle, very pretty bottle, and it has like a raspberry look to it, which is great because raspberry is one of the prominent notes as I understand it from the reviews. So this is supposed to be raspberry, creamy jasmine extract, and fluffy musk. I like the sound of this. I wonder if it's anything like the original Alien DNA. The reviews so far are that this is a sort of lighter, brighter spring rendition of Alien, and reviews are mixed as always. I mean, that's going to be the case with any perfume, but I'm not hearing super rave reviews. I'm hearing this is nice, this will be fine for the spring, probably like this Murakami yellow. Now watch I go wear this in spring and fall madly, deeply, truly in love with it and have to eat my words about this being regular schmegular kind of a spring bright smell. Anyway, have you tried Alien Pulp? If so, let us know the tea down in the comments. We want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Then we have Burberry Her Parfum. I didn't get along with the original Burberry Her. I can see its beauty and I can see why people like it. To me, that was like a fruity, musky fragrance that felt a little bit like it went a little, I don't know, almost like I needed a shower after wearing it. I don't know. Something about that fragrance just didn't vibe with my skin chemistry. And it made me a little bit, it made me regret wearing it. Like when I wore original Burberry Her, I just felt all day like I was wearing a fragrance that was not for me and that didn't make me feel good and that actually made me feel, I use this word lightly in this case, but like ever so slightly nauseated. That said, I have smelled it on other people and love the way that it smells on them. I've tried the Burberry Her Intense in the pink bottle, which this one looks a lot like the Parfum. And I could see why people love that one as well. I'm not into the strawberry milkshake smell. Like the farthest I'll go with that is perhaps Kayali's Yum Bougie Marshmallow, which is like a sheer version of that. I felt like Burberry Her Intense was a little too creamy, milkshakey in the strawberry direction. I have this really weird averse reaction to fruit and creamy stuff. Like if it's a dessert that is cream based or ice cream based and it has fruit in it, I don't know. I just kind of get weird about that combination. And I feel the same way sometimes about fragrances. So that said, Burberry Her Parfum supposedly has an added, I believe it's a cherry note. Yes, cherry and pear at the top, amber, whipped cream, patchouli, freesia in the middle, vanilla absolute, musk, and moss in the base. Actually, as I'm reading the notes, I'm like, do I want to try this? Because the idea of cherry and pear combined sounds amazing and quite delicious, especially if the middle of the fragrance feels creamy and ambery. I don't know, but this is one I would definitely want to get my nose on. I may purchase a travel spray of this to see if I like it. The one critique I've heard about it is that it smells wonderful in the opening and then kind of just morphs into Burberry Her. I think I was saying intense. It's elixir, right? Burberry elixir, the one that preceded this one. That it smells like that in the base, which I'm not the biggest fan of. And so anyway, I'm curious about this one. Please do let me know if you've tried it and if you think the opening stays throughout the fragrance. Okay, then we move on to yet another flanker of YSL Yves Saint Laurent Libre. Libre Berry Crush is the newest one. So I guess berries in. Is that what's happening? I'm here for it. If that's the case, I want to smell all the fragrances that have that. This is creamy coconut, raspberry, orange blossom, and lavender. And I guess there's some vanilla in there somewhere as well. I'd be curious to sniff this. I am, I will say, maybe a little burned out on the Lieb lineup. There have been a lot of flankers, and you do get flanker fatigue after a while. I mean, companies can put out whatever products they want. Doesn't mean we have to be interested in them or buy them. But I think there's something about the Lieb line that I've seen enough of. I have Platine, the one that's in the silver bottle. I have the Lieb Le Parfum that has the added honey note. And I think of all the flankers, that's the one that I've liked the most. I like the Platine one too because it has this sort of clean, metallic clean, almost laundry-esque accord, which I really enjoy. So I don't know about this berry crush one, and if it's needed for me in particular, let me know if you've tried it. Speaking of Daisy, I also saw that there's another flanker called Daisy Wild Oh So Extra. Is that new or am I imagining that? And this one is supposed to be like a chocolate version of the original Daisy. I think Daisy is a pretty fragrance. There's a reason that it's so popular and is known globally. Like this is one of the best sellers from the Marc Jacobs line. There's banana, pear, vanilla, and amber. It's considered a floral gourmand. I mean, I love floral gourmands. I just filmed a video on some of my favorites. So I'd at least like to try this and see if it's up my alley. This one, I might blind buy this one just because I have had good luck with this line and I really love the bottles. I feel like if you're a collector and you like this range, why wouldn't you want to at least look at this one? La Belle Rosea or Rosé? Rosea? Help me with the pronunciation. Aquatic notes, peony, and vanilla. There is one thing about this that turns me off. I mean, I have a certain level of raunchy that I don't mind getting to before I'm like, that's a little too risque for me. The boob is hanging out on the body of this bottle. So one of the boobs on this is nicely covered up, and the other one is like, peekaboo, I'm looking at you. I don't know how I feel about that. However, that said, I still think that the bottle is cute. Aquatic notes, peony, and vanilla. What could go wrong there? I think that this is one that I would be willing to blind buy and take my chances. I have had good luck with this line. Then there is Friends Cosmic Intense. So there was the original Cosmic. Is it Kylie Jenner? Is she the face behind the brand? I think so. And then Cosmic 2.0, both have been very popular skin scent musky fragrances. Then there's this Cosmic Intense. This is jasmine, amber, benzoin, vanilla, and musk. I'm interested. I am interested. I would love to try this out. I'm going to imagine that it's going to be warm, floral, and skin scentish. And I like that. I wonder if it would come close to something like a Musk Moschus from Rania J. Like, imagine if it was anywhere near that. This would, in my mind, be a great hit. Coach is coming out with something too. Didn't Coach just release 2 or 3 big fragrances this fall? There's one in the blue bottle. I forget. I mean, I cannot keep up. I do like Coach fragrances. I think they are very lovely and pleasant. I had the fruity one. I forget what it's called a while back. A nice floral fruity fragrance. Delightful. The original Coach is fantastic. This one is supposed to have a cherry note. It is a deep, dark, sexy looking bottle. Cherry, patchouli, and jasmine are the key notes. I would like to try it. I don't know that this is a line that I'm interested in purchasing, and I can't tell you why. I just know that they smell good and they're worth looking at. And for some reason, I don't ever think about buying them. Who knows? Maybe this one will change my mind. So it looks like cherries, raspberries, berries all together are going to be back in this year. I thought cherry, the craze had kind of like crescendoed and was on the back end of the die down portion. Looks like I'm wrong. Coach Cherry Parfum. Okay, so I've been a fan of Coach Parfums. I used to have the floral fruity one. I can't think of what the name of it is called a while back. Very nice fragrance. The original Coach is lovely. I've smelled it on other people. It's one that stands out to me as like a classy, woody, airy smell. And it's there've been a number of Coach flankers here. Now it's Coach Cherry Parfum. I thought the cherry craze had crescendoed and was about to die down. I just talked about that in a recent video because I have a bunch of cherry fragrances and figured I would pump the brakes on adding anything more. I'm not tempted to add this one, but this is a beautiful bottle. Very cute. I love the little cherry charm and I love the darker, almost scarlet colored bottle, like blood scarlet colored. So, this is supposed to be patchouli and cherry and jasmine as the main notes. It looks promising. I'd like to sniff it. I don't know why I'm not interested in purchasing Coach fragrances. Like I see them in Ulta, I try them, I acknowledge that they're beautiful, and I just don't mess with them, but then I'll go and buy yellow Murakami with this crazy top, So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you about that. We're just drawn to what we're drawn to and then pass by whatever we pass by. I am willing and interested in sniffing this fragrance. And I don't know what it is. I'm like, is it the bottle? Like, do I want these to be in a different bottle? Is it just the fact that they're Coach fragrances and I only associate Coach with purses? I don't know, you all. But I'm interested in trying this cherry perfume. I'm not interested in the new Dior fragrances. The ones that look like they are in the same like bottle shape as Dior Addict. And there's a purple one, a pink one, a peach one. And they are literally called Peachy Glow, Purple Glow, Rosy Glow. These have gotten mixed reviews here in the States. I understood that these were marketed to Asian countries where the aesthetic is a lighter, softer fragrance that isn't obtrusive. Is that the word I'm looking for? Offensive, imposing, a lighter, almost skin scent type of deal that you can wear anywhere and not bother other noses, especially if you're in crowded environments. The bottles are pretty, but I'm not hearing good reviews on these overall. They seem really lackluster to people. So I personally think I will pass, but I'm interested in hearing if it's something that any one of these or something that you enjoyed. One I am really interested in is Pure Musk Blanc from Narciso Rodriguez. This one seems right up my alley, especially as we are getting ready to approach spring. It already has really great reviews, up to 4.12 on Fragrantica. Okay. So the nose is Sonia Constant, and the top notes are clean notes, whatever that is, aldehydes, jasmine and bergamot. In the middle, white flowers and musk, and then cedarwood, amber, vanilla in the base. That sounds dreamy. I'm going to imagine that there is a woody and creamy base to this that is vanillic, right? And then lovely feminine florals with aldehydes. And I think that's right up my alley. So I would really like to try this and see if it's something for me. I don't know how to pronounce this next one, but it's Parfums de Marley. So people are going to be going bananas over it. Athenais. It's described as a luminous floral vanilla fragrance. I mean, I don't know how many more floral vanillas we need, but I kind of like them all. And so this is one I would at least like to get my nose on. Bright citrus opening, white florals in the middle, jasmine and orange blossom being the featured floral notes, and then a warm base of vanilla, amber, and tonka. So I would absolutely like to try this, especially as we go into spring. The vibe, which is now making me think of Initio's Lift Me Up, perhaps with some citrus added. Sunny, creamy, bright, feminine, and cozy. Potential release around Valentine's Day. I'm looking forward to trying this. Then we have a new Giorgio Armani, again, a flanker. I know people have flanker fatigue. There's some flanker lines that I enjoy exploring, and this is one of them. My Way Sunny Vanilla was launched in 2025. It features pineapple, tuberose, jasmine, vanilla, and musk. So I guess it's the pineapple note in this one that would set it apart from the others in the rest of the line. The vibe is floral, fruity, sweet, tropical. We got My Way Elang over a year ago in 2024. I think that's the latest flanker that I picked up with the mango note, coconut mango, creamy, tropical summer fragrance, which I thought was really nice. So My Way Sunny Vanilla, I'd like to try it. I'm not sure that I want to add any more like overtly tropical fragrances to my collection. I'm very happy with the ones that I have. That said, you know how it goes. We never know what's going to end up on these shelves over here. I'm also curious about Pure Diamonds. This is part of the Million line. It's a newer release with peach and bergamot, Middle notes of ylang ylang, jasmine, and then vanilla and musk in the base. This is getting rave reviews. I remember trying the original of this, like the predecessor to this Pure Diamonds, and thinking it was very nice, very designer, beautiful. Look, I like designer fragrances, but like your very perfume counter paradox sort of smelling perfume, which I like. I mean, I enjoy those kinds of fragrances. So this bottle looks okay. And I'm interested in checking this out and seeing if it's more floral or vanilla or both or what. If you've tried that, let me know. What else is coming out that I need to be thinking of and wanting to try? I think that's all I know about for now. And I would be really interested in knowing if you are planning to pick any of these up or try them, or what is it that you're going to pass on? Again, I know we have flanker fatigue. You don't even need to put that in the comments. I get it. I know everybody's like itching for something more original, including the bottle design, the names, and all of that. I don't have any control over that, so I don't know what to say, but I am interested in trying some of these. So top of my list, Alien Pulp, Pure Musk Blanc from Narciso, My Way Sunny Vanilla, that La Belle, the new La Belle, absolutely bring it home to me. And then the Daisy Wild Oh So Extra. I'm sort of like moderately interested in that one, but I want to smell all of these. All right, that's it. Thanks so much for hanging out and doing a little perfume gossip with me. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.